Okay, welcome back to this training. I told you earlier in the previous video that you are going to be learning a lot of things in this tutorial. Trust me, at the end of this tutorial you will come back with a testimony. I'm very sure of that. So in the previous video I told you that before you can start a graphics design, before you can design at all, there are some things you need to put into place. So what are those things? Number one thing you are going to do is to get your software installed. And I told you earlier that we have different versions of CorelDRAW. You know, one of our software, we have a lot of softwares for graphic design. We have CorelDRAW, we have Photoshop, we have a lot of them like that. But in this training, our focus is going to be on CorelDRAW. It's going to be on what? CorelDRAW. So we'll be using CorelDRAW for our designs, and you will see what we'll be putting out. We'll be bringing a lot of things out. Don't worry. Trust me, you're going to love this training. Sincerely. So I told you earlier, we have different versions of CorelDRAW. We have CorelDRAW 2018, we have CorelDRAW X7, X3, and we have CorelDRAW 2021, which is the latest version. Latest version is going to come out, which is CorelDRAW 2022. I'm very sure it's going to come out. But what I will be using for this training is CorelDRAW 2021. So I will be dropping another video after this training on how to download this CorelDRAW 2021, how you can install it and download it on your system, and the compatibility of this software, because this software is not compatible with all the systems. But I will make sure I explain everything, every single thing for you, and you're going to understand everything. So trust me, you just have to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell, so that whenever I drop a video, it's going to alert you. Please just make sure you do that. So I told you earlier that we're going to be using the software, which is CorelDRAW 2021. So if you check my desktop now, this is my desktop. If you check my desktop on the screen, this is my CorelDRAW 2021, and it is installed on my system. You can see it. It is installed on my system, and I can easily open it. And if I want to open it, what do I need to do? I will just click on it, then I will right click. You can see I have different options. Wow. So what do I need to do? I just want to open. So I will click on open. And I will wait for it patiently while it comes up. So you can see it's coming up already. So we just have to wait for it to come up. It's coming up already. So you can see this is the latest version of CorelDRAW. So do you know the reason why we have different versions? Because though there is upgrade in every software. There is upgrade. So CorelDRAW team, they must have added some new features to it. So those new features, you might not find them on X3, on X17 and other versions, but on this latest version we have everything. On it. So you just have to stay tuned. I want you to just please focus and pay a full attention to this training, and I'm very sure you're going to learn a lot from this training. So can you see now on my screen? Now I have the CorelDRAW 2021 opened already on my screen. So what do I need to do? I will click on new document. I'm trying to create a new design, so I will have to open a new fresh page for my design. So what do? I click on new document. So immediately I click on new document, it's going to bring out the dimension, like if I will need to if I will need to set up my page, that is the page that I'm going to be working on in this CorelDRAW. So do I need to set anything up? No, I said no, I don't need to do anything. I just want it this way. Let me just click on OK. So if I need to make any changes later, I can easily do it by myself. So I don't need to set a default dimension or size for my design. No. So, and I told you earlier in this course outline, I told you we are going to be doing what? We are going to be designing a logo. I will show you how to design a logo. I will show you how to design flyer and many other things like Facebook ads. Maybe you want to create an ad, like advert on Facebook, on Instagram. All of those graphic designs, I will be showing you everything, how you can do it easily without no stress. So now, but before I begin this training, I would like to define what is graphics design. Like I need you to understand the basic things in graphics. So I need you to understand some basic things. So now, if you're talking about graphic design dates back as art itself. When we're talking about graphic design, is an art. So it dates back, as far back as what? Art itself. So graphic design is the process of what? Representing information with visual and textual content. That means you are representing information with what? Visual and what? Textual content. So when I'm talking about visuality, I mean something you can see, something beautiful, looking charming, looking beautiful, looking gorgeous. When you see what, be like, wow, I love this. Even the beauty alone can attract you to read more about the information. So if you just design the graphics and everything is just jam-packed together, like there is no beauty at all, everything is just normal, like. So even when people see, they'll be like, well, even though the information on this design is very good, but people will not want to read more because of the first attraction. So first attraction will be like, why is this thing like this? It's not really fine. Everything is just bad. I cannot do this. So that is it. So when we are talking about graphic design, it's a process of representing information with visual and textual content, such as lines, shapes, forms, texture, color, and typography, and etc. We have a lot of them like that. So those are the things that we're talking about. Then when we're talking about graphic designer, who is a graphic designer? A graphic designer is one who implements graphic design elements and principles using a tool or software to pass information. So like I am working on a software which is called CorelDRAW. So I'll be using this software to teach you how to do all of these things, and I will make it very simple. So I am a graphic designer. So everything I will be doing, I will be making everything very simple. So I am a graphic designer. So anyone who knows how to use this software, like it's everybody that can actually use this software, but if you know how to use this software to implement the graphic design elements and principles. So what are the principles? I said it earlier, that is line, shapes, forms, texture, colors, and typography. So okay, it will do a lot of justice and to explain briefly some of these elements and principles. So I said earlier that these principles are what? They are the elements. They are lines. I said they are lines. They are what? They are forms, shapes, typography, and colors. See, let me tell you this thing. See, most of these graphic designers that we see, if you see their dressing alone, you will know that, oh no, this person is a graphic designer, because the way the person, put on, some certain clothes, you'll be like, wow, no, this one, a graphic designer cannot just put yellow on white. No, like put on yellow shirts, then wear white trousers. No, like the color mixture will be different. We have primary color, we have secondary color, so the color mixture, everything will be accurate. So even when you see him, you know that, oh no, this person is a graphic designer because of the what? Because of the combination of his color. So now a graphic designer is known by his appearance. Let me say that. A graphic designer is known by what? By his appearance. So anybody can design. And also, let me tell you these things. See, if you want to become a graphic designer, you need to be focused, be determined. Be focused and be determined. When I started graphic design, that was sometimes in 2014. Yes, it was in 2014 I started graphic design. So during that time, I was just doing, like, to myself, I do, great thing that someone like that nobody has ever done before. Like when I design something, I'll be like, wow. So you can see what I do. So I'll post, share with my friends, share, do a lot of things. If my friend wants to do birthday, I'll design, and me going back to those graphics now, like if I should go back to those graphics and see them, like let me just see how those graphics looks like, I'll be like, wow, did I really do this? Like I would not even believe that I did such, because it's so British. Yes, it's British. It's not encouraging at all. But now I can assure you that at least I can design anything. Yes, at least to some extent I can design anything, any graphics. And there's another thing about graphic design. And what is this thing? The thing is creativity. So when we're talking about creativity, what do we mean? Creativity is and will always be God's greatest gift for humankind. It is a gift. It's not as if maybe you have to learn it from someone. No, nobody can teach you how to be creative. No, nobody can teach you. But as time goes on, you're going to be learning all these things. Like nobody, without anybody teaching you, you come out with some ideas and you'll be like, wow, did I really do this? So creativity is not teachable. No, it's not teachable at all. It's not teachable. So you just have to develop it yourself. So, and I'm very sure, don't worry about this creativity that I'm talking about. Don't worry at all. Don't worry about it, because as time goes on, you're going to be discovering it. You just be like, wow, did I do this? So you can see in creativity comes what? It comes from, is a Latin word, mean what? Creo, that means to create or make. So you can see creativity is not a thing that you can learn from someone. You just have to develop it. So now let me just explain those elements of what? The elements of graphic design. So I told you earlier, we have shapes, and you need to know how to use these things. Like shapes, you need to know how to use it. You need to know how to use color. You need to know how to use color. You need to know how to use this text fonts. You don't just use fonts like using SICK. You need to know the concept of these things. You need to put them in proper ways. So that is when you come up with a good design. I told you earlier that graphics, is an art. I told you it's an art, and anything that is art is called what? Creativity. It's what? It's a creativity. So you need to be creative. And when we are talking about graphics, you are passing information. A visual content are going to put a different visual content, different content together, texture, bring them together, then you use them to pass information. That means we are not making use of oral words. You are not making use of oral words like now if I want to advertise my goods, I will say, oh, now I'm selling so things, please patronize me. If you patronize this business, I'm very sure you're gonna be making you're gonna come back to me and appreciate this product, because so many people have used this product and it has worked. That means I'm passing information through what? Through the word of mouth. But in this contemporary world, guess what? We are no more using what? We are no more using mouth to advertise our thing. What we use now is content. We just design, make a beautiful graphic design, make a beautiful one, because that is number one thing that should be in your mind when you want to make any graphics. Number one thing you should note is what? It should be beautiful. Like your graphics must be what? Beautiful. Not just that you just design anything, just like okay, send it to people. No. But at first, I will not criticize you, because at first everything will look well to you, and you will not be able to come up with this thing. Like you will not be able to come up with this kind of creativity. But as time goes on, you will be developing this thing on your own without nobody telling you. So now I will be explaining all of this, but not all, but I will be picking the necessary and the most important ones. The necessary and what? The most important tools. We have these our tools. We have different tools, and they perform what? They perform different functions. This is our color. You can see this is our color, and this is the property of any selected whether shape or font. So this property is the property of what? Of any selected shapes or fonts. So you can see our shape, you can see our color, you can see them here, and here we have the menus. The first one is files, you can see. The second one, edit. Third one, view, layout, object, effect, then bitmap, then text, then table, then tool, then window, then help. All of these things have their functions. Everything has their what? Has its own functions. So there's no one that is unnecessary. As we are saying everything like this, there's no one that is unnecessary. There's no one that is unnecessary. So in the next video, I will be teaching you what? I will be teaching you everything about what? In the next video, I will start with the design. In the next video, I will start with a design. In the next video, we will be designing a flyer. We'll be designing a flyer. But before we start that, I will first explain each of these tools, like the necessary ones that we'll be making use in this tutorial. So like this first one is called what? Pick tool. So what are the functions of this pick tool? To select, position, or transform object. To do what? Select, position, and transform object. So it is very, very important. This speed tool is very important, very important. So in the next video I will be shedding more light on these things and how it works. We'll be making use of them and you're going to enjoy this, man. Okay, now before I go, please subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel, please, so that whenever I drop any video, even after this training, you will be receiving them freely without paying a dime. You just be receiving them, watch them, practicalize them, and you're good to go. In 2 weeks you become a professional graphic designer. Thank you.